welcome fellow digital soldiers to True Reporting. It is February 25th, and on today's podcast, we will be covering a ton of Pedogate information. Macaulay Culkin yesterday tweeted out, Mac tweets the Oscars, and basically exposed so many people that were on stage. Actually, one of the actors, Rami Malek, who won Best Actor for playing Bohemian Rhapsody, is accused of Rami Malek eats babies. He says, there I said it, which is crazy, friends. We're also going to go into a 4chan thread talking about a director that is calling everyone out. That happened also last night, and we will get into all of that and much more. But before we do so, would you please go ahead and click the bell to get notifications, so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. Also, please follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, together let's expose this evilness within Hollywood. This is True Reporting. So, like I said, Macaulay Culkin right here says, Rami Malek eats babies. There, I said it. Mac tweets the Oscars. He went on and on throughout the night. Just statistically speaking, there are at least 14 secret rapists in that room right now and 6 secret DJs. Mac tweets the Oscars. Unbelievable, guys. If Bohemian Rhapsody wins Best Picture, it won't be the first time an alleged sex offender directed a Best Picture. #truth. Mac tweets the Oscars. And guys, this was getting like 3,000, 4,000 likes. Crazy stuff. Best supporting actors should be those of the 2 Empire extras who bought the rope. Matt tweets the Oscars. Is Macaulay Culkin MAGA now? I'm not. I mean, that would be great. Wow, Jennifer Hudson wrote the song in the RBG movie. I wonder if R. Kelly is working on the song for the Kavanaugh film. So basically saying that Jennifer Hudson is definitely a rapist, probably a pedophile. We know R. Kelly has just been arrested, I believe, on 10 counts of assault, sexual assault. So a lot going on there. Macaulay Culkin is definitely throwing a lot of people under the bus. I love it. It's a huge year for movies with a black protagonist, a black Klansman, Black Panther, Dick Cheney's heart. Dick Cheney's heart is black, he's saying. Mac tweets the Oscars. Adam Levine is an anagram for medieval. Use that information however you want. It's almost like he's decoding this. Like it's very cool. It only says 261. I'm sure people just didn't get that, but the rest of his tweets were in the thousands. Does anyone have a funny Lady Gaga joke I can steal? F. Jerry, the fat Jewish. We'll see. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks. That's it for me tonight. Just remember, a giant sucking void with nothing in it was as equally entertaining as every previous Oscars host. Mic drop. And he says he's done. And this is another story that I will get to right after this podcast. It's from 4chan. It says, holy crap, Anons. It's totally happening here. If anyone watched the Eyes Wide Shut, this is almost straight from the movie. VIP prostitute goes to parties and has sex with important people. She turns on them and exposes their pedophile rings. Politicians, artists, and the media all involved. Turns out they bought young children from sports clubs, set to testify against them in trial. She tweets a year ago that she will not kill herself, so if she appears dead, it was them. And there's pictures of this on 4chan. Everything is out there in the open. It's all real, and we're gonna do a podcast on it after this. Today she appears dead, drug overdose. Her naked dead pictures are leaked by the people she accused. Journalists involved literally posting how happy they are. This is some satanic Masonic crap right here. What the F do we do the day she blew the lid? And we're going to get into that after this podcast, as I said. And speaking of Oscars, why couldn't it be this? I think it will actually turn into this after Hollywood has crumbled and brought back up. Not using propaganda, not using 5G, not using pedophilia to enslave children. This is what we need to focus on. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. And these This is the Hollywood tweeting, or actually the Hollywood decodes from 4chan. This is an anonymous user. This is from Sunday last night. Excuse me. He says, I currently work in the film industry. I am a gaffer. Been in the industry since 1994. I've worked in LA, Atlanta, Albuquerque. I will answer any questions you might have. No, I have never witnessed kids being eaten, but I have witnessed a lot of other stuff. What does a gaffer do? We work for the director of the photography and are in charge of lighting the set. What's one of the most shocking things you've witnessed and or learned? I watched Roland Emmerich basically fondle an underage flip kid on set. I watched Jennifer Lawrence and Woody Harrelson joke about giving kids weed. I watched Seth Rogen talk about masturbating in front of a lot of people. Are there a lot of gaffers in the industry? If so, cool. But if not, be careful. Thousands, so he's probably safe. Explain to the newbies all the money laundering on film projects. We used to call them cocaine budgets. Yeah, money laundering in Hollywood is probably giant. I can think of one project in particular done by Sony that was also available on a video game platform. The amount of money being thrown at it from the studio compared to the amount of money we were actually allowed to spend was a huge disparity. Holy smokes. What were the 3 worst things you've witnessed in the industry? Do you have any verifiable proof of crimes or shenanigans that you could share here? Documents, emails, pics, videos. Most of the times, phones are not allowed on Hollywood parties. Most of the things you would call worse were conversations overheard. These people are good at covering their tracks. Have you heard of a plan to go on strike, ostensibly shutting down Pedowood, as nothing can go forward without IATSE? And speaking of IATSE, there is a wonderful Neon Revolt article that I am also going to put out. It will be a 2-parter video covering what this group is. It's basically a white, solely just white men that work. They're conservative, they're pro-Trump. They work within Hollywood and are basically there to expose everything that's within. They do work on the sets. Some of them are drivers, anything that you could think of, that's what they do. They're within Hollywood. They're almost like spies, but that's just speculation. IATC will never strike over that. Is the Georgia film industry turning into Hollywood? The Walking Dead storyline sure went on socialist oneness. Atlanta is the new Hollywood. Very few films being made in LA anymore. Some TV and game shows all about tax credits. Cheap sons of... What are some big name Pedowood players we should be digging on? Can you share any stories of things you saw them do? Jim Carrey, Roland Emmerich, I don't know who Roland Emmerich is, Seth Rogen, Ed Helms, Taylor Kitsch, Miley Cyrus, Jack Black, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers. You are part of a union with the majority white workers. Why don't you all go on a total shutdown strike? Actors need you more than you need them. This is true. This is true. People have bills. You don't go years making $120,000, $150,000 a year and just walk away from it. It's true. And it's not like they're enabling anything, and they're just working. They're doing light setup and mics and stuff like that. Quit with this ask me anything BS and give us intel we can dig on. Person, place, thing, pics, topics to dig, public information to dig. Tired of you effing LARPers and your ask me BS. Very well said. Research who was in Atlanta for the movie In Dubious Battle. What hotel do they stay at? What is that hotel famous for? What is the top billed actor famous for? Who put gold on him? James Franco, Selena Gomez, Ed Harris. We might want to dig on this movie. Any hints on the hotel name? Franco is a Satanist. You can tell by the coding in his movies. The sauce right now is in deep freeze. Maybe when the climate changes, it comes out. Whoa. Do you think IATSE would strike and say stop effing kids, or we are not bringing you apple boxes anymore? Do most A-lister men, women, and tweens have to put out to become A-listers? Also, is Tom Hanks really a kid diddler? Tom Hanks had issues in the past. He is simply a handler advocate now. Most every single A-lister has compromising photos, videos of them on a computer at the studios. That is why the Sony hack freaked people out. What? What kind of support do you need from us for you to bring Hollywood down to its knees? You are all capable of shutting them down. This anon supports your shutdown because without you Hollywood actors, they have nothing. No Oscars show, nothing. Am I right? Stop paying for Netflix. Stop paying for movies. Stop paying for any stream media. Stop watching TV. Absolutely. Why has Hollywood gone to Atlanta? Tax credits, 30% for film production. Also, the local 479 has garnered a huge membership and provides a large labor force. Cheap land, temperature climate, close to Florida, ports for kids, Savannah too, Georgia. So I guess a lot of kids are coming in. Savannah's really close to me. Florida ports and kids, for kids, Savannah too. We deal only with solid, tangible facts. If you have no actual sauce to provide, then get the F out. The tangible facts are right in front of you. The little yellow signs around town tell you how to get to the film set. Why are you on here? Do you believe anyone really cares what answers you have? Do you believe your answers to questions will resolve any problems we have in this country or the world? I am on here because I read an article about Q. I have not spent a lot of time reading about Q until now. Many people in the industry are rooting for the charade to come to an end. My answers will not solve any problems, but might help, educate some people about what is really going on. If you don't care, why did you even ask the question? James Franco, Selena Gomez, and Ann Harris. We might want to dig on this movie. Any hints on the hotel name? W. And that's what we get for the first part of this conversation. Part 2 picks up. Very interesting stuff, right, guys? Doesn't make any sense. Why would they hold blackmail info on a computer at a studio? Wouldn't it be held privately? No, that is the point. Personal computers mean personal accountability. Whoa. I thought you had to pay bills to go out to eat. We do our part. How are you going to do yours? I am a helicopter pilot, he says. As soon as the party is over, I will be doing shuttles and tours. I only do this now because I have teenagers who need their insurance. One special needs kid. Thanks. Is there anything you have seen firsthand that if most Americans knew about, they'd recoil in horror? Your money supports them and they use your money for their habits. That is sad. Should have years of emergency savings with that kind of bank. Living beyond your means, someone asks? Nope. Years of being overtaxed in California, 2 failed marriages, 4 kids, one needs 24-hour care. Would you like my blood type? A little sarcastic. Here's why Anons don't like this. I'm a _insider. This board thrives on anonymity. When you announce yourself as an insider, it's halfway to the name fagging or fame fagging. Therefore, to be taken seriously, you have to prove yourself with useful, meaningful, new information or insights. You have to prove you're really such an insider. FBI Anon had to do it. Q had to do it. Anons are waiting for something they can run with to lend your credibility. For example, like making connections between Hollywood figures and the political world or news media, which figures who have connections with one another would be seriously damaged if that connection were made public or uncovered. Here is one. Whoa. Oh my God, what is his name? Daniels. Jeff Daniels. Here's some more. Channing is a deviant. What percentage are not pedos? Are they outnumbered by good people? Do you sense a shift happening to shut them down? 30 to 40% of Hollywood are pedos, mainly males. Above the line types, managers, agents, casting agents, directors, producers. The rest are into deviant sexual fetishes and drugs. Maybe less than 10% are clean. Wow. Jeff, yes, good to go. Other Bridges? Jeff, yes, good to go. Talking about Jeff Bridges. I'm not know if that's Jeff, yes, is good to go, if he's good or bad. I don't know. It says here, this is a Q post, 923. They made many current former enslaved children famous. Hollywood is filled with them. Models. Find the loudest voices. Brainwashed. Who was adopted? Who was born in? They thought the sheep would follow the stars. Q. Hollywood Anon, if you are still here, one of the Q posts in regards to that matter. Can you point out anyone who's adopted versus born in? Jim Carrey was adopted. Kate Hudson was born in. Miley Cyrus was born in. answering questions left and right. Apologies if that was asked, LB. What made you wake up? Love to know your story and how you ended up here. I guess since I am still taking a check from these sick Fs, I really have I really have not truly waken up. However, just know that there are a lot of us who talk about what is going on when the powers that are B are not listening. The powers that be are not listening. You have to watch. You have to watch who you talk to because they will rat you out and you will stop getting work. Can you touch on some of the ancient Babylonian religion being practiced in Hollywood? Many are New Age. Many are Wiccan. Wow. Many are atheists, agnostic. The stuff you were mentioning happens behind closed doors, the inner circle. I am not part of that circle. I'd say most Anons look at James Woods as our guy. I do as well, hands down. However, there have been Anons, possibly shills, who have said otherwise. Thoughts on the man? At this point, if he was comped, they would have outed him to take him down. So, James Wood seems like he's good to go. We'll go back here. Sorry. So this is a clipboard image. It says, you were getting warmer, methinks. Nealon Youngblood. Nealon Youngblood is listed as a top bundler for Barack Obama. He's an African-American physician, businessman, and political figure. He is the co-founder of the private equity firm Pharaoh's Capital Group, which focuses on providing later-stage funding, generally for growth, acquisitions, recapitalization, the undercapitalization, healthcare and businesses services oriented with companies, unserviced regions across the nation. He also served as a task force on the national healthcare reform headed by First Lady Hillary Clinton. Also, it says he also is a member of the Council on Foreign Affairs. Right here, Donald Trump. The only collusion with the Russians was with crooked Hillary Clinton and Democrat National Committee. Ted Lieu, boring, he says, because you are comped. John Solomon, the end is near for the Mueller investigation. And we see here, what will make the Super Bowl look like a puppy show? And I went over that on a podcast yesterday talking about Robert, I can't think of his last name, but the owner of the New England Patriots. Definitely talking about what a puppy show is. We'll make like a puppy show. Basically, Robert Kraft is his name. A puppy show in sexual Urban Dictionary terms means somebody who is basically a slave, does anything that he says or wants. Then we see more. We see Kevin Spacey with, what was his name? Ted Lieu. Ted Lieu. Okay, so here he is with all these people. Unbelievable, right? These people are sick. Why would a sitting U.S. congressman go to the Writers Guild Awards? What do writers do? How does Hollywood use scripts? Patton Oswalt is a sick individual. I've said this many, many times. I've actually heard from the grapevine that man actually killed his wife and that she did not overdose on fentanyl. Again, fentanyl, everybody. Now that I am woke, this is kind of coming to me right now, that the amount of fentanyl coming over from the border, Trump talks about it, our government talks about it, how it's such a, that's why the wall is being built, because it harms so many people. His wife died on it. I guarantee that he gave that to her and made her overdose, because she actually was a criminal investigator, I believe. She was definitely an investigative journalist. She may have found something and then he took her out. And here he is with Ted Lieu. So, yeah. Guys, that is all for this podcast. I wanted to share it with you as a lot of pedophilia is going on within Hollywood. We all know it. And this is actually more proof to validate that. So, we now know that James Wood is our guy. We know Patton Oswalt. We know that many others are sick individuals. Bill Maher being outed by Q. Jim Carrey, Kate Hudson, Miley Cyrus. We see it for what it is. Robert Kraft, Jay-Z. These people are all Satanists. They're all tied into spirit cooking with Marina Abramovic. It is all a sick, circular fixation on evil. That's all it is. And it's pathetic. And I hope every one of them are outed, and I hope every one of them get what they deserve for harming children. Guys, like I said, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel and keep it alive by going to my PayPal and Patreon in the description box below. And don't forget to be kind and loving to one another, my friends. Many more podcasts will be coming out throughout the day. Expect a lot of good content, my friends. I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Goodbye.